The last topic I have for today is a conversation that has gone on through Game Over Greggy Show and Nerds of the Round Table. I really like this topic. So we all consume media in different forms.
Yep, very much so.
Different styles of media that we like to consume. Now, I have a list here of different types of media that we generally consume. I've got video games, literature, music, movies, television, and internet media. Internet media is it's sort of loose because we still don't have a grasp on that.
YouTube,
so I like
stuff like that,
Facebook,
I guess.
Facebook, YouTube,
Snapchat,
IGN
Vine.
gets a little weird because it has written components to it. But it just
like
general
articles kind of count.
Yeah, I wouldn't count articles.
No?
I wouldn't count. I would put that under literature. But anyway, like sort of like sort of like YouTube videos, basically.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to rank these from most important in your life to least important.
Okay. Subjectively.
What were they again? So internet.
You got video games, literature, music, movies, television, and internet.
Okay. Ooh. That's
So while you guys think, sorry, I'm still stuffed up. While you guys think, I'm going to talk to you guys about my list here. So the first one I have is music. Music is like one of the most important things in my life, and I could actually not enjoy life without music, probably.
So that's your number one.
Music is my number one. And then my number two, I've had like really difficult thoughts about this, but I eventually decided to pick movies. Because movies are very, very important to me, and movies are part of the reason why I'm doing this today. Like the reason I wanted to do BSDG consistently was a conversation I had with Sean Pitts at Underdogs about fucking Batman movies. But and so after that, I would do literature, then video games, then internet, and then television. So the literature is also very important to me, just because Harry Potter and Hitchhiker's Guide, and it's the backbone. If we didn't have literature, we wouldn't have a lot of these things.
Yeah.
So and then video games are not as important, but I still really enjoy them. They're sort of a media that like I dropped out of my life for a very long time, and I was completely fine with it. And then I just happened to come back to video games at one point. And then internet, I have a little higher than television because this is where we do all of our shit. And if we didn't have internet, I wouldn't have something to aspire to be.
Right.
And then television sort of at the bottom because television is like this weird sort of thing that I don't think anybody has really nailed how to do television correctly. Obviously, we've have Netflix and like Hulu sort of paving the way to what could be a better future for a television format series. But I think basic television is just like a lot of shit. So that's why I have it as like sort of my bottom thing.
okay.
So there's a second part to this. But I before we get to that part, like what do you think you guys would rank it at?
Ranking.
I got mine, and it's pretty much the exact same thing
for
the exact same reasons. Pretty much is music first.
Okay.
I can barely go a day without listening to music.
Yeah,
I need it. I need my Black Sabbath. I need my Lou Reed. I need my Velvet Underground. I can't go a day without listening to music. I love it.
Exactly. I wake up and I listen to music for
the
like the
basis
first
of my being.
I usually typically listen to an album before I do anything with my day.
It gets me through the day. It gets me through life in general. It's a big thing. Next up, movies. Because every single project we've ever done has been
something to do with like filming.
I see. The things we want to do in life, everything is just based on movies. My sole love for horror movies and the art, besides the campiness to it and the cheesiness, it's just there's a specific art form I see in horror movies, and just the sole pace of Alien that I can't even compare that to any other type of emotion I get from anything else. Is just watching this art go through, and just the thousands of people that worked on this one little project, just stuff like that. Watching Halloween and knowing that like people took months, years just to come up with this is just great to me. Characters based on nothing. It's just art. Next up,
point.
Again, literature, because not even just books. I'm saying solely comic book literature
Okay,
is
Oh.
because I like reading books, but comic books is one of the bigger things in my life. If I had $1 for every time I'd be sitting on my couch upside down reading fucking Hellboy, I wouldn't need to have a job. Comic books get most of us through a lot of things, and that's another art form that I'm glad that people are focusing on now.
Yep.
The combination of writing and art style just bring a completely new dynamic to the literature universe. It's amazing. Just fucking Scott Snyder Batman, for instance.
Yep.
Like, we love it.
Yep.
The colors put into that, the art style, the
way Scott Snyder sort of contorts plot and knows how to do character work. It's very, very, very smart. I think that's one of the best written Batmans that I've ever read.
Exactly. And then, like, just the way I see, like, I like to draw a lot. I think I'm a decent drawer, but the artwork, the time that these people put into these things, it's like something I can't even like comprehend. Like, I can't comprehend like making this whole story, writing every little piece of dialogue and organizing it like that. It's insane to me. I can't wrap my brain around that type of shit and doing a project like that.
What would be your next 3?
Video games.
Okay.
Because again, video games have been in and out of my life, but they're still a really big part of it. We talk about them all the time.
Yep.
What other 2 are left?
Television and internet media.
Internet media after that, because that's what we're doing now. That's what I do most of the time now is watch like is watch like Game Grumps and stuff, and just watch these guys also show their love for video games, movies, stuff like that, whether it's reviews, whatever.
Okay.
Even like stupid vlogs or something, I'll watch them immensely. Then television, just because I do like television, but it's something I can live without.
Okay.
I can totally just like pass up television.
What would your list be?
Ooh, so games keep switching in my mind, but I would say number 1 would actually be movies.
Okay.
Just because in terms of how I view things, like I really pay attention to writing. I really pay attention, like as you were talking about earlier, production integrity, which is really great when a lot of work has been done into that, because then the movie will most likely turn out really good.
Right.
And then I'm studying right now concept art at school.
Nice.
So I'm not so much doing illustration stuff, but I have to do a lot of like compositional and like almost like storyboard kind of stuff.
Right.
So I'm always thinking about things in like a matter of like a shot, wide shot, established shot, like where characters are placed, that kind of thing. So like I'm very visually oriented when it comes to that
like
kind
transferring like your artwork into like media formats and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that's why movies would be there, and that like only that as I said earlier connotates to writing and like characters and stuff, and like you said, characters like thought up from nothing, and that, and then like there's huge followings for movies too, and it's such a big influence. Second would be music, because I'm the same way. I can't go a single day without listening to like my music.
Right.
It's like and it defines a lot what maybe I guess I could say personality, and maybe
like the music you listen to really does form the person you are, really.
Yeah.
Because it's all based on emotion and
Especially
experiences.
like
and
when
shit.
you start growing up, you start finding music on your own and not just listening to the shit your parents make you listen to.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah,
It's like an extra step to becoming your own person and being unique as yourself.
And then next would probably be I'd have to say literature. Because I thought about it too. I thought about where internet media stands, and I read a lot of articles, whether it be like video game reviews, just general articles, stuff like that. And so that's definitely important to me. But more important would also be like comic books and graphic novels.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like I spent so much of my childhood with like Lobster Johnson series.
I haven't heard that shit in a while.
Oh yeah, that's the PSN. That's my PSN name.
Yeah.
That's sick as fuck.
And then
I'll add you later.
And then, oh, for sure, man. And that once again influenced a lot. And what do I want to do in the future for art? Like, as much as I want to be a concept and character designer, I always thought it'd be the coolest thing to like on the side do like illustration or even just cover art for comics. Because I found out along the way that for comics, if you are able to pull that off, writing, art, all that, you can basically do any type of art that you want to post that.
Exactly. I just see comic book art as like the most complicated fucking thing ever. I can come up with a comic book like series idea like off the bat. I have like 5 already, but I'm never gonna be able to like do all
Well,
the
yeah,
things.
you find the people who
I'll have to
can.
talk
Yeah.
to you then,
Yeah,
because I've had some training.
He
in
showed me some of like because you are designing some video game characters right now. Right?
Actually, it's more tethered to animation,
sick
but
as
same
yeah.
principles.
Okay. So
Sick as fuck.
he showed me some of the things he's been working on.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
That's
Thank
sick
you.
as fuck.
Thank you.
Just to give
Again,
a little
I-
shout out to what Max does.
I know a lot of people that could pull that shit off. So.
And so what would your next 3 be?
So video games.
Okay.
Just because it's basically the same way I think about movies, but in terms of more an artistic direction, I guess.
Okay.
Because a lot of the games I play are solely based off of like artistic direction.
Yeah. A little more of the touching games and sort of more visually pleasing rather than your sort of basic like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duties and whatnot.
Yeah, I like
Less
the kind
yearly
of
titles, more.
Yeah.
yeah yearly titles. There's a little bit more thought process put into the games.
You know,
that I
actual
like.
love, less
Yeah.
marketing.
Yes.
So I'm sorry to rush you, but we,
Oh,
we
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
wrap.
no.
We gotta wrap up in the next couple minutes. So what
Last-
would your last 2 be?
Last 2, TV, second to last. I could go without it, and usually the stuff I watch that's airs on TV, I just watch online anyway.
Okay.
And so that would make internet media my last, just because most of videos I watch are video game stuff anyway.
Okay.
Or articles.
All right.
Right.
And so here's the second part that we just sort of got to go over for a couple minutes is imagine your list.
Mhm.
Music, movies, music, movies, movies, music. So imagine that you had to cut the rest of that list off and you can only take in the top 2 things that you pick. Would you change your list at all?
Hmm.
So for all 3 of us, it would
I don't
be
think I would.
we can only watch movies and we can only listen to music. Would you be comfortable not reading? Would you be comfortable with not playing video games? Would you be comfortable without watching TV or going on the internet?
Again, I think everything that wasn't in my first 2 is things that come and gone in my
Mhm,
life
mhm.
multiple times,
Yeah.
and I've gone are more about like whatever fads I'm in at the time. Like if I'm feeling Hellboy again, I'll go read again, but most of the time I won't. With Batman, yeah. Yeah, I think I can
Live with that.
I think I could live with that. Movies and music are like 90% of the shit that I do
Yeah.
when I'm not
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I do play video games a lot now because we're doing this, and
Yeah.
it's like what's happening right now. Like this
Yeah,
is
video
the
games are a
time.
very big thing to be getting into right
Yeah.
now.
But if I think about it, a lot of the time when I'm at home, I'm really not in the mood to play a video game most of the time. But I'll sit down and like put on a record, like put on like some Black Sabbath or something, and just chill.
Cool.
Need your music.
And I can't go without watching, Alien for the 10 millionth time. So I can't do that. I need to watch all that shit.
Would you change your list at all?
Same way. Like
Right.
I definitely wouldn't be able to go without music. And so for the last one, I would say movies pretty much sum up what most of my artistic influences would
Alright.
come down to. So I think I'd be fine.
You think? Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that as well. It was interesting to watch Game Over Greggy and also listen to Nerd to the Round Table and see like what their different reactions to the question are, and it's like just how like upsetting it was to me for some of them. It's like, yeah, I could just live life without music. I'm like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
How?
That's,
Yeah.
that's something that I think about a lot. Where my girlfriend's studying ASL,
The
American Sign Language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's showing me a lot, so I kind of get like the majority of what she's learning, and me
The
and her-
majority?
majority. I can never say that fucking word on the show. Anyway,
The majority.
majority. To the point where like me, I could spell shit out for her if like we need to be quiet about something.
Mm.
And I think about that a lot. Is like imagine like being a deaf person and not
Yeah.
even being able to comprehend music and how insane that is for me, and then like comparing that to like being blind and not being able to watch a movie or something.
It's a difference of being born deaf and like developing deafness throughout. Because if you're born deaf, you don't really know what you're missing.
No, but like
Yeah.
still having that kind of like just especially again, you make a point like if you develop it later on, then like that's
then
getting
you know
cut.
what you're
That's
and
getting pulled out of your life, and that
yeah.
sucks even more. But then it's almost like a sense like something's wrong because music kind of puts this kind of energy into
Yeah.
you and stuff like that. I don't know.
And music and movies always go one and the same for me. And whenever I'm listening to music, I'm like, oh, this song would actually be great to use for like a specific scene
Yeah.
that like I would
Yeah.
want to like do. Like I was listening to a lot of Velvet Underground yesterday. I was like, this song would go great into juxtaposition for a huge murder scene.
I have playlists on my Spotify for like movie genre. This is the soundtrack for it.
I have a whole playlist for like movie intro songs. That'd be appropriate enough.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little
That's
bit
a
because I
good
thought it was an interesting topic.
This is a good topic.
Yeah,
Like, gonna ask
this
Tasia
was a
about it
good show.
later.
This was worth the 20 cents, I
Yeah.
would say. Thank you guys so much for joining us for talking shit. If you didn't remember earlier on, or if you're watching the video and then you just happen to go onto this video, if you're not listening to the podcast,
jerking
one,
out halfway
I'm just
through.
speaking out of my ass. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Talking Shit. Remember, Talking Shit is a weekly podcast where the three of us bring in random topics of discussion and we talk some shit about those topics. If you like that, head on over to patreon.com/BZG. Give us just $1 a month. You get every full episode early and an exclusive episode every single fucking month. The exclusive one we did this month I liked. We just talked about food for like fucking 40 minutes.
We really did.
We started on racism and then ended up in food.
We covered a lot.
And so
today.
yeah, check that out if you want to. But if you don't want to, don't worry. Talking Shit still rolls out on youtube.com/BetaZonaGamers the following week, Monday through Thursday, topic by topic, before the entire full episode is available for everybody on our SoundCloud page. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Ricky, for being here, as you should be. Max, thank you for joining us.
No worries,
thank you
man.
for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, I think you were actually on 10 episodes ago. I think you're on episode 78.
All right. 10
Yeah,
episode
so,
anniversary.
well, he'll just come back every 10.
Every
episodes.
10.
Keep Henry in your thoughts. Henry is sick. We hope he recovers well because it does not seem like he's doing well whatsoever.
Well,
So
at all.
Keep him in your thoughts. Pray if that's what you believe in or whatever.
If that's
Don't
what you
pray.
do.
Or just be like, or just think to yourself, "Yo, Henry, I'm thinking of you." Or leave a comment. Leave nice thoughts of him. Or tweet at him at Henrysaurus if you want to.
Or
And
just
you
smoke
know,
a ball in his name. I don't know.
smoke a bowl or pour one out in his name.
He's not dead yet. He's not dead. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this week. And until next time, keep talking shit. Thank you.